What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tony, and I am a first-generation conservative immigrant, a liberal's worst enemy. So anyway, let's get into the video here. We got the ladies from The View. So the title of this clip says, "Will Trump make good on retribution threats?" So they're going to get into a heated debate. And you're actually going to probably agree with Whoopi, because I agree with Whoopi, and you're going to see, I want to see, if you agree, leave that in the comment down below. So let's get into this clip here. Let's not waste any time at all.
Anywho, yesterday, you know who was on Meet the Press, where he talked about the crimes surrounding the January 6th Capitol riots, and he's still claiming that he's the real victim here. Take a look.
I think those people committed a major crime.
Sir.
And Cheney was behind it.
Well,
and so was Benny Thompson and everybody on that committee. For what they did, honestly, they should go to jail.
You promised to pardon those who attacked the Capitol on January 6th. Are you still vowing to follow through with that promise?
We're looking at it right now, most likely, yeah. They've been in there for years, and they're in a filthy, disgusting place that shouldn't even be allowed to be open.
For the sake of unifying this country, will you concede the 2020 election and turn the page on that chapter?
No. No, why would I do that? But let me just tell you, when you say the country is deeply divided, I'm not the president. Joe Biden's the president, and he has been a divider. And you know where he divided it more than anything else, and it probably backfired on him, I think definitely, is weaponization. When he weaponized the Justice Department and he went after his political opponent, me.
Him and Obama.
So jailing the January 6th committee members doesn't count as weaponization of the Justice Department? Mm-hmm. And I'm just curious, what law did they break? I mean, what law did they break? They did their job. Yeah. They did the investigating. They talked to all the people they felt were involved. So where did they break the law?
They didn't break the law.
Okay, I just was checking because, stuff changes so quickly
They didn't break the law, and that's, I think, what's scary. Former Representative Liz Cheney, who we know was a significant part of the committee, said this: "There is no conceivably appropriate factual or constitutional basis for what Donald Trump is suggesting, a Justice Department investigation of the work of a congressional committee. And any lawyer who attempts to pursue that course would quickly find themselves engaged in sanctionable conduct." And those sanctions against an attorney can be as small as a fine, but can go as far as taking away your law license. Mm-hmm. And so I think that, he's saying these things in practicality, that should not happen. But I think we do need to be very clear-eyed about what he is saying. He is going to look into pardoning people that participated in an insurrection, and even those who admitted to assaulting police officers, okay? That's very important. And so we've been talking about this issue of pardoning people on the January 6th committee, even though they did not commit any crimes. I think that that's important. I think that they should have that in their safe deposit box just in case, because he's looking at Adam Schiff, who participated in impeachments. He's looking at Liz Cheney. He's looking at Adam Kinzinger. And I can't imagine that he won't try to weaponize the Justice Department. When this man tells you what he's thinking out loud, you should believe him.
So, I mean, you didn't lie.
No. No, and by the way, I voluntarily sat down with the January 6th investigation because I believe in congressional oversight. And I did the same thing with the Department of Justice investigation. And if Republicans in the next Congress want to bring me back, I'm also happy to, because that's Congress's job, is oversight. Members of Congress are also protected by the speech and debate clause. So there's a tremendous amount of leeway that when they're engaging in official actions, the idea that there would really be any grounds to prosecute them, aside from the fact that no crime that I can come up with was committed here, is kind of ridiculous. So then I think the question that a lot of us who've been Trump critics are weighing is, how much of this is bluster? He's been saying this for 4 years. I honestly kind of tuned it out over the weekend when he said it. And how much is him telegraphing, like, well, maybe I won't do it, but some folks might harass you. You might rack up some legal bills and that kind of thing. And what I keep hearing from people who are sort of in his, line of people he might go after is, they don't necessarily want pardons because they're confident they did something wrong, and for the sake of the public
they didn't do anything wrong.
For the sake of the public and the history books, they would want a chance to explain why they didn't do anything wrong.
And they did. And
Yeah,
by the
we
way,
actually want that to happen. We want them to explain, bring all of the paperwork from all of the investigations. We want to see all of it.
sorry, I'm like, there's nothing to actually ask for a pardon for, and I think because there's no actionable steps, as Sonny was spelling out legally, because there was no crime committed, I can see why they're saying I don't necessarily want it. It's also not a popular take, because 78% of the Americans disapprove of January 6th and what happened. Yeah. So as he's trying to gain some momentum, he would be losing some support in the fact that no one thinks that's a worthwhile cause. And it reminds me a bit of deja vu with Hillary Clinton. He said that he wrote all the way through his first campaign, we're going to lock her up. He still will quote, even when he was in office, he still can't get over those emails that he can't find. She needs to be, he said this so many times.
We can't find because it was deleted.
And he did say she should be in jail, not I'm going to march up to her door and do that. But if he does march up to anyone's door, has people do that, that's when people should hit that's enraging.
Well, a few things. First of all, thank God for Liz Cheney. Yes. Yesterday, she put out a very strong statement condemning what Donald Trump had said. And I kind of felt like, like that song. Wow. It's like our nation turns its lonely eyes to you, because she's not trekking to Mar-a-Lago to kiss the ring. She's not going into, deep hiding and in silence. She's not changing her tune all of a sudden. She's sticking by her guns. She is a principled person with a backbone and courage. And if he goes after her, she's going to fight back. And it is going to be our job to protect her, to support her, to donate to a legal fund, to make sure that there are lawyers ready to defend her, because it costs a lot of money, because it is very stressful and very drainful, even if there is no crime. Yeah. Being investigated by the federal government is a big deal. And Donald Trump said, I'm not going to tell them to do it. Yeah, but he's telling them to do it through Meet the Press. Yeah. If he hasn't done it, if he hasn't done it in private already, and he's appointing people who are 100% loyal to him and who know that if they want to keep their jobs, they have to do what he wants them to do. So when Donald Trump says something, believe him, people. Believe him. There's nothing to wait for.
I think this is interesting also, because they've been talking about the loyalty oaths. Right. And I thought, well, so does that mean we get rid of the Pledge of Allegiance? Because isn't that the loyalty oath we all take?
Well, when you serve in the government, your loyalty is to the Constitution of the United States.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Which also wasn't taken very seriously.
Wow. And the other thing is, listen, he makes lots and lots and lots of noise. He says he's going to do all these things, and he does this, and I try to say it at least once a week. He does this to keep you all in a panic. He does it to make you all do this and talk about him, and it's so terrible. But all we have to do from now until January 21st is be with our families, be with our kids, do our jobs, make sure our checks don't bounce, make sure that we are taking care of ourselves and our families. Whatever he's going to do, he's going to do. But do take our word for it. Things seem to move slowly because, they didn't come get Hillary. But he has other people who are ready to go. But I don't think that they can just go out and do what they want to do.
I told you last week I disagree with you when you say that. Because we have the luxury of saying that. Because we're legal, we are successful, but if you're an illegal immigrant in this country, you're not going to be not in a panic. If you are a woman working for the Department of Defense, you have a right to be in a panic.
You tell people to stay fraught and like this.
I'm telling people to prepare, Whoopi. I'm telling people to prepare.
They are prepared.
So that means that they can't be relaxing and enjoying Christmas.
No, it doesn't mean that.
When winter is coming.
No, it does. You know what? I'm sorry.
I mean, I disagree.
Winter is here.
Right.
Winter's been with us. And my point is we can lay down and do nothing for the next 15 days and then be freaking out for the next 4 or 2 years.
U.S.
But
we
my
are
point,
in a privileged position that a lot of
I have
people who are going to be under his attack
who
are
is
not.
going through the same thing.
I want his
Anna,
enemies
calm
listening.
down.
I'm not panicking.
Yeah.
Like, we just have to
We
live.
got it. We have to
live.
figure out
This is
what
the
we're
United
panicking
States of
for.
America.
We
Exactly.
don't know what we're panicking for. They're throwing 50,000 things at you to make you do this. I'm saying don't buy into that.
Live your
Do what
life.
you have to do. Take care of your family. And when we know what is happening, when we know what we're fighting, we'll get out and fight. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't do anything. I'm saying don't be this, because nobody can do
I
it.
think people
Would you
need
like
to
us to
prepare.
stop? Would you like us to stop? All right, we'll be right back.
The producers told him to cut that out. They told him we gotta go to break. But I told you, I agree with Whoopi, and I mean, just a little bit, right? She's right. What are y'all panicking for? What are y'all panicking for? You don't know. And she's right? Chill out. For the next 15 days, y'all gonna be panicking for the next 4 years anyway. That's where I agree with her on. Now, the problem is that she is part of the problem. She's the part of the people that literally push hysteria and Trump derangement to make people panic. So, and that was the whole part of the first part of the segment, is pushing propaganda and saying, oh, he's going to lock up his political opponents. And then at the end of the segment, she's going to say, oh, well, we shouldn't panic because we don't know what's coming. We don't know what he's going to do. Bro, it blows my mind. Blows my mind. But I love it. I love the infighting. I love to see this and witness this. But the weird part about it is that people in the comment section are actually agreeing with Ana Navarro. It's kind of wild. I mean, she's just pushing, once again, just hysteria, right? Just fear-mongering. Thank you, Anna, for not being afraid to state your honest opinion. Whoopi repeats the same line every single day. Take care of your family. Ana Navarro is absolutely right. Whoopi, chill. Just because Anna doesn't agree with you, you don't need to freak out. Anna was perfectly correct in her points. No, you guys, y'all been freaking out since 2016. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Somebody says, I love Anna, that Anna did not back down from disagreeing with Whoopi. I am sick and tired of hearing her daily phrases. She says them as if they are law. They're talking about Whoopi. Oh my God. I love this. I truly love and enjoy witnessing this. So, and I hope you guys do as well. Let me know what you think. Let's talk about this video in the comment section. Do you agree with Whoopi or not? Let me know what you agree with her on. Leave the comment down below. And of course, if you're brand new, consider hitting the subscribe button. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.